So it's very much an honor to be sitting across from you today.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Absolutely. I want to know, when it comes to Black or White, the film itself is so indicative to where we are as a country right now. Can you speak a little bit about if that drew you towards the film?
Well, sadly, I maybe am one of those people who thought that at this time in our history that any discussions about race would be an anachronism, but that's not the case. What drew me to the story was the story itself, that the whole question of race is presented in a way that is manifested in this beautiful biracial child. And you have both sides of her family at opposing ends and both wanting her. And to me, that is indicative of our society as well. Custody battles, children at the center of custody battles, how we deal with grief. There's so many themes touched on in this project, and I thought Mike Binder did a wonderful job writing the script, and I wanted to be a part of it.
You have a wonderful way of choosing roles that are very memorable.
Thank you.
I was talking to my grandma earlier, and she said, she always plays a role. I feel like I know her. So what about, you choosing these roles do you draw from or do you look for in particular when it comes to somebody like Mike Binder writing, a script such as this?
Well, you tell your grandma I love her. Let's start with that.
All right.
But, my job as an actor is to always ground a character in reality. If you watch a film and you think, oh, she's just playing herself, then I've done my job. I've not played, the character actually closest to me was the character I did in a Diablo Cody movie. So that's my job, is to always ground her in truth, or well, obviously her, because I can't play a man, but ground the character in reality. So that makes me happy that the characters resonate with her and she feels like she perhaps could know them. That makes my day, actually.
Absolutely. Cicely Tyson, I had a chance to interview her one time.
I love Miss Tyson.
And she said she didn't always have the luxury to choose a role that she wanted because she had a responsibility to portray herself to represent all African-American women. So you yourself kind of may now have that luxury, although I feel like you're still choosing roles that you're carefully choosing. Can you talk a little about that?
Well, I am grateful for Cicely Tyson and all of the women who came before me carrying that mantle of basically doing exactly what you said, choosing roles that were for all women of color.
Yeah.
I'm very selfish. I cannot take that on. I only choose parts that resonate with me and that will allow for me to grow as a person. And I hope that they resonate with people, and I hope that that people grow and learn from them the same way that I have. But I just can't make choices based on what everybody else will think, because then every decision in your life will be based on what other people think. I can't take that on. I'm sorry.
Well, I understand. If you just say what you would like people to take away from this film as they go see it starting January 30th.
I hope that people understand where we are right now in our nation is a very delicate place. And the wonderful thing about our film is that while it examines the question of race, it does so in a way, I think, that will allow for people to see the person opposite them as a person. And you come to that conclusion by understanding the journey that each side has to go through to see the other person opposite them. And they're family members. And if it happens in families, then why wouldn't, or why couldn't it happen, I don't know, in our society at large?
Well, thank you very much for being a part
Thank you.
of it.
And what's, you know, what's,
Honey, you need to be on all of the lists. Those are some great questions and completely different.
Very much. Thank you.
Really, really wonderful.